Probably a pretty common answer, but the Indy 500, it's by far the most important race on the schedule for so many reasons, but it just means so much to me, and I feel like I have a lot of unfinished business there, so really looking forward to Indy. Long Beach comes a close second. It depends, really. Challenging can be a pretty vague term. You know, you could be on an oval on a Saturday night race and you have a gust of wind that's coming out of the wrong direction, and every time you come across that corner the thing wants to step out on you. That could be really challenging. But street circuits tend to be pretty tough because they're just so violent and rough, and you got to clobber the curbs, and you're always taking the car that far from the wall. There's no grass you can drop your wheel on or anything like that. It's a pretty fine line between hero and zero on a street course. It's so neat. I'm so thankful that I get an opportunity to be not only once race at the Indianapolis 500, but this is my 4th time back. And when you look at how many drivers there have been in it, really, there's not that many people on earth that have raced on in the Indy 500. So one of that group, and it's so cool. I mean, that race is like nothing else in the world. When you have 400,000 people packed in there and you go into turn 1 at 230 miles an hour, that's why it's Indy. Yeah, I think flying would be the best. But I mean, there's probably quite a few superhero comics that fall into that category. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool if I didn't have to go to the airport and stand in the line and wait for my boarding zone to be called. You know, Rutherford and Alonso Jr. are so open and so willing to help, and they're great guys. Nonstop, I went to them, especially when I was first starting in this series on the ovals, and went to them a lot. And you know, when Bobby was the owner of the team that I was driving for at Rahal Letterman, went to him a lot. And now Michael. I mean, there's just so much experience that we can pull from as drivers right now in this series. It's really useful. But I just I pull from all of them, and I grew up really watching, you know, Michael and Little Al, and so it's special to get advice from those guys. Yeah, it's the combination. That is IndyCar. The combination is what makes IndyCar so special. There's no other series in the world where you have to be good on a short oval, super speedway, Indy, street circuit, road course. To be a champion of this series and to win a race at this series and to win races at this series, you have to conquer every discipline. And there's no other racing series like that in the world, and that's what makes IndyCar unique. I think the biggest challenge is reining in all the information that's available to you, focusing on what matters, and not charging too hard. Like anything in life, there's that right balance. You can be under it, you can be over it. Either one won't really work to make it so you can win a race, but if you're right on it, that's when things just start going your way. And if you're trying too hard, or if you're not trying hard enough, you know what I mean? It's just right on either side of it. That's the hardest thing, and that's the thing you're always trying to tweak as a racing driver, just trying to get it right. And there's a lot resting on your shoulders, and you have to set up that car right. You have to make sure all the relationships around you are being handled in the right way. You have to make sure the sponsors are happy. You have to make sure you get on the track and you do it right, and that you're doing everything to your utmost capability. But when it comes down to it, you just need to focus on the things that matter, and I think that's keeping it simple is a good thing. TK would publicly make fun of me for, Becky made me bring a neck pillow on the flight one time, and man, I never heard the end of it from there, and he would constantly, within the team, I think it was more him just, you know, trying to belittle me for having neck pillows. So then on Twitter it was all the time him showing neck pillows, and this is what Ryan does, and it's not a prank or anything, but I don't remember, there was something he did at some point, but I don't know. Yeah, well, Delar's done an amazing job with Honda. There's two sides to it for me. It's like right now we have the perfect competition in that when it comes down to the drivers. It's right now you'll be hard-pressed to ever find IndyCar in a position where it is right now, where it's so down to the drivers to figure it out. On the other side of it, since I've come out of karts, I've never had the opportunity to be in the development side of it with a manufacturer and experience that side of the series. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be really exciting. And when you get the opportunity to really make a difference for a manufacturer, whether that be tires, engines, chassis, whatever it may be, that should be pretty rewarding, and I'm looking forward to that part of my career. I do, yeah, vividly, yeah. I still have that little trophy. It's probably like this big. And the first time I ever went out in a go-kart, I went to go rent a race cart because I was getting too much trouble in the neighborhood with my yard cart, or whatever you want to call it, the neighborhood cart. And I went to the track, and my dad rented me a cart, and it was the adult class one, racing cart. And I was up against, all these 16, 17, 18-year-olds. Here I am, 12. I spun, and they were just flying by me. They lapped me a bunch. I was like, man, this is intense. I was honestly shocked. And then we got me into the junior cart, and it was the next race, and the next weekend we came back, and I won it. That was hooked immediately. Once I understood where it could go, and just how much there was in the sport. Karting was very special for me. Those were some amazing days, a lot of fun. When racing was at its purest form, when it was just go out there to win, just to win, and to have fun. What race would I like to win most? I'd really like to defend the championship at Long Beach, the race win at Long Beach, but I desperately want to win on an oval. I had a good oval car, a really good oval car and champ car back in 2004, and sat on the pole and led every race, and I know how it feels to do that, and I can't wait to do something similar again and have a really fast car with 10 laps to go and be fighting it out with some of the Penske Ganassi boys. So I would just really like to get an oval win this year, and but don't get me wrong, I want to win at Long Beach again, and that would probably be the top road course for me to win at, just because it's the Indy 500 of street courses.